All right, trade recap. We got stopped out by the tick. We didn't take this trade. I was just I was going to the bathroom and I was marking it out. I was bored. Nasdaq would have been the trade to take it on, as you can see, because it played out. But freaking ES, dude, I took it originally on ES because we formed a 15-minute SMT on market open. And I thought ES was the leading index, which it was at one point, and Nasdaq ended up coming over and being the leading index, I guess. But dude, we got stopped out by the tick, as you can see right there, which sucks. But again, I'm not too upset with it because the overall bias was good, right? So again, TP1 would be about to be hitting. We'd probably have price stopped at break even right now, but we'd probably be around a 1 to 1.5 right now about to hit, which would have been nice. And then I probably would have left runners all the way up to here. But it is what it is. The risk to reward was looking pretty good, and I thought it was going to play out. But again, these Mondays, man, they keep teaching me a lesson. But we almost got stopped out here, almost got stopped out here, almost got stopped out here, and then we got stopped out. So we edged my TP 3 times by 0.25 points, and now price decides to continue up, and it looks like it's going to hit full take profit, which sucks. But again, it's part of the game. We only lost $124 per account, so that's half of what we normally risk. 124 times 8 PA accounts. We lost $992 in a day, so like $1,000 loss, which isn't terrible. But I really think price is going to come up and take out those highs. But let's go over the trade, right? Let's go to the 5-minute time frame. Market open. We came down, we swept out sell side liquidity, right? We swept out an hourly low. We ended up forming a 15-minute S&T off of the lows at first, right? NASDAQ formed a low and a higher low. ES formed a low and a lower low. We ended up coming up and inversing a 15-minute fair value gap also. So I was like, cool, this is probably going to be bullish for the day, right? Market opens, we come down, we sweep out hourly lows down below, right? And we ended up coming up, sweeping out an hourly high. We had an hourly high somewhere. Yeah, right up here. We had an hourly high. So I stayed patient. I wanted to wait for news to drop. ES was staying bullish. It was bullish on the 5-minute time frame. As you can see, we broke structure to the upside. Never broke structure to the downside, right? And then on NASDAQ, we broke structure to the downside. Didn't break structure to the upside until this candle right here, right? So that made me be bullish because, again, I wanted both of the indexes to be aligned with each other. So I scaled that to the 1-minute time frame. This trade would look good on NASDAQ, but we won't go over it because that's not the trade I took. But I scaled down to the 1-minute time frame as soon as NASDAQ broke structure to the upside on the 1-minute time frame. I marked out equilibrium, and we had this 1-minute bullish fair value gap right here, right? As we could see, price came down, came to this 1-minute fair value gap. I didn't enter off this candle. I wanted to see a candle closure above equilibrium. I ended up entering off of this candle closure right here, putting my stop loss below these lows right here. As you can see, that's why we got stopped out by a tick. First take profit would have been these hourly highs right here. You can see NASDAQ already took those out. You guys can see what I'm doing, right? Sorry if the screen's a little wonky. Hold on. Let me make this a little bit smaller. I'll put this over here. NASDAQ took these hourly highs out already. Again, I de-risked on this trade because it's freaking Monday, and Mondays don't like me too much. But I overall thought it was a good trade. You know, I wanted to leave runners all the way up to here because NASDAQ's already up to here. But I definitely would have set price to break even once we took out these data highs, which we did, and we're still continuing up and about to hit TP1, which sucks. We literally got stopped out. Look at this. Like, come on. Who told the market makers where my stop loss was? Really? It's not fair. But yeah, pretty simple trade. I was bullish from the beginning. Once we swept out sell side liquidity, we inversed a 15-minute fair value gap, and then we formed a 15-minute SMT. But ES was the leading index at the start of market open. I guess it didn't want to continue up. It rather chop around for a little bit instead of continuing up like NASDAQ did. But I was pretty confident that this trade was going to play out because, again, we ended up edging my stop loss, coming back up, and then NASDAQ decided to come into this 5-minute fair value gap, get buying pressure out of it. But it just kept chopping here, and then it decided to continue up. But again, we didn't take the trade on NASDAQ. The good trade to take it on NASDAQ would have been here. We come into this 1-minute bullish fair value gap, respect equilibrium. This could have been a good entry. Stop below this fair value gap, and then targeted all these highs, which would have hit for a 1 to 3.39, which would have been dirty work. Or, again, if this TP. A 1 to 2.97, 1 to 3. Should have been crazy. But we decided to take it on ES, so we can't predict the future. Thought it would have played out. I think it's going to come up and hit TP1, but again, we got to learn from our losses. I don't know. Every time I talk to somebody when they take a loss, this is why I try and just keep away from talking to people. Instantly their mindset just goes to that it's the end of the world. Like, dude, you're going to lose in this game. And it's like, we de-risked for a reason today. The trade didn't play out. Yeah, it sucks we got stopped out by a tick, but I'm not going to freaking force a trade and try and get back in and try and make my money back. I took my one trade. It's Monday. I don't want to take another trade. I'm done for the day. I'm going to accept my loss. It was a $124 loss. If we hit one winner for $200, which we hit for usually more. Last week at Tuesday, we hit a $350 win or something like that per account. Like, that's more than double. So it's like, I don't know. I think we'll be good. It's part of it. We got stopped out by a tick. Yeah, it sucks. But again, we got to learn from our losses and keep continuing. But today's just overall simple trade. Monday, I waited for news and wanted to chop around for me again. So, yeah, I don't know. We literally got stopped out by the tick, which does suck because we got edged. We were in drawdown for 35 minutes. But again, I told you I'm going to start working on holding my trades longer, which I did. I trusted the bias. Almost got stopped out 3 times, and then the 4th time, we decided to get stopped out. So overall, nothing we can do, right? But again, if you want to join Discord link is in the description down below. Use my Apex code too if you guys want to get involved with using Apex as a prop firm. I like using them. I've always used them. But again, I'm trying to build up to 20 accounts. We're at 8, so we're getting there slowly. But overall, I mean, today's just one of those days. We took a loss. Take it on the chin, guys. It's part of trading. You're going to lose. You're not going to have a 100% win rate. I really think the losses determine who you are as a trader. Stop barking. Losses determine who you really are as a trader, and most people get emotional and fucking lose their head when they lose trades. I don't get it, and when it's part of the game. But again, I used to be the same way, but I'm starting to work on that too. Again, it's all set up. Looked good to me. Didn't play out. Nothing we could do, right? So again, minus $900 and something today. What was it? $992. So we basically lost $1,000 today. We still have plenty of room in our accounts. We went on a 4-win streak. Now we take one small loss. We're preserving our capital. We knew it was a Monday. Price could chop around, and it did what it did. Look, Nasdaq's about to take out that high. Oh, that would have been dirty work right there, dude. Oh my God. That would have been a nice trade if we took it on Nasdaq. TP would have just smashed. TP1, TP2, TP3. TP3 would have smashed. But it is what it is. All right. Appreciate everybody. Whoever's liked, subscribe. Thank you so much. This is my dream. We're going to keep doing this every single day. We're going to build these accounts as slow as possible. I'm in no rush. And we're going to continue showing up every single day and doing what we do, right? Appreciate it. Thank you guys. Like and subscribe. And I will see you guys tomorrow.